Today we're working on 5.7 and it deals with the equations of circles. And the nice news is circles are really, really easy. The equations are easy. So we're going to be graphing circles in the coordinate plane. And let's say I have a circle whose center is at 1, 2. And the radius of that circle is 3. So here's my circle. I didn't do a very good job. So the center is at 1, 2, and this distance here is 3. Okay? The equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And that might look more complicated than most functions you've dealt with before, but the center of the circle is h comma k, and then obviously this is the radius. So in the x portion of the function, we just change the sign of the x piece of the center. So the center has an x of 1, and so we're going to put -1 right there. So x minus 1 squared plus, what would the y be? So the y value of the center is 2, and what does this tell me to do with 2? Make it negative. So y minus 2 squared equals, and what is the radius squared? The radius is 3, so 3 squared is going to be 9. That is the equation of that exact circle. Okay? So let's do another one. So here, the center is -3, 2, and the radius is 1. What would the equation be? X. So the equation says x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. X plus 3. Does everybody understand why? We have two negatives. The equation says subtract h, and h is negative, so it would be x plus 3. Okay, what about the y parenthesis? Y minus 2 squared equals 1 times 1 is 1. So that is the equation of a circle centered at -3, 2, and it has a radius of 1. Okay, doesn't look too bad, right? What if we go in the other direction? Oh, that's not the other direction. Whatever, we'll do this. Okay, what's that equation? X So the center is 4, -5. What goes in here? -4, good job. Squared plus y plus 5, because the k value is already negative, equals 4. The radius is 2, so that would be the equation. Okay, any questions on that one? What do you mean by solve? No, not today. All right. What if I had this equation? Oops. Where does that circle have its center? So the center is negative 1, 5. Does everybody understand why? It's the opposite of 1, and it's the opposite of negative 5. So if I put the center at negative 1, 5, right there, and how big is the circle? What's its radius? Not 8, 4. Because remember, 16 is equal to r squared. So we need to take the square root. So we go like that. Okay? All right, let's take a look at your assignment. All right. I'll probably have to do this from my computer. So where is this circle? Well, where is the center? Negative 2, positive 3. So right here we would write negative 2, positive 3. And what is the radius? 3. So negative 2, positive 3, right there. And then we use the circle tool. And the radius is 1, 2, 3. All right, let's do another one. Oh, I didn't type in the numbers. Okay. Where is this center? 3, negative 5. So right there. And the radius? 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So here, 4 and 3, negative 5. There we go. All right. So what if the circle has a center at the origin? So normally we write x minus h, and then we raise that to the second, plus y minus k, and then we raise that to the second, and that is equal to r squared. So in this case, if it's centered at the origin and it hits the point 0, 10, then the radius is going to be 10. And it probably just wants you to write 10 squared, which is 100. But what do I do in here? What is h if the center is at the origin? 0. So I can just get rid of this. And I can just get rid of this. And it turns out that's the equation. X squared plus y squared equals 100. Yay! All right, so what is the equation of a circle whose center is 8, negative 9, and the radius is 12? So x minus 8, and then we square that, plus, oops, make sure you push over, plus y minus k squared is equal to what? Well, if my radius is 12, then what goes there? 144. All right. Okay. So a circle centered at the origin is going to be x squared plus y squared is equal to 81. And it wants to know, is this point on the circle? So we have this circle here. That's not very good. And it wants to know, is negative 9, 0, is this point on the circle? How do you tell? Well, all we have to do is plug these in and see, does it equal 81? So negative 9 squared is 81 plus 0 squared is 0. Is that equal to 81? Yes, it is. Okay, so this one is a yes. What about that? Well, if we write it out, so I stick this in here, and I stick this in here. 4 squared plus the square root of 10 squared, is that equal to 81? Well, 4 squared is 16. Okay. And what is the square root of 10 times the square root of 10? It's just the square root of 100, which is 10. So anytime you square a square root, you just cancel those. And that equals 81. Is that a true statement? No. So is that point on the circle? No, it's not. Okay. So root 17 and negative 5. The square root of 17 squared plus negative 5 squared is equal to 81. So root 17 times root 17 is just 17. And negative 5 times negative 5 is 25. Is that a true statement? No. So that is not on the circle. Okay. That's it. Get to work.